Now, the COVID-19 pandemic has forced people to cancel travel plans and authorities to temporarily shut down ports. The cruise industry is one of those greatly affected. How do they adapt to the new normal? How do they ensure riding cruise ships are now safe? Well, to tell us more about this, we now talk to Michael Go. He is the president of Dream Cruises, an Asia luxury cruise line created by Genting Hong Kong. Michael, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Can you tell us just how deeply the pandemic has affected Dream Cruises?
Hi, good morning, Rhea. Thank you for having me this morning. The pandemic is a situation has usually had created a kind of a big financial burdens for the travel industry and the trade as well. The pandemic obviously kind of like stopped the tourism segment, and the cruises are not spared as well. So, and with this, there's a lot of measure that we have implemented to ensure that when we restart the business, the cruiser and our crew are protected. So we have a series of very stringent measures that implemented when our business restarts.
All right. What are exactly are these protocols and health measures, and how different are they from the health measures you were implementing before the pandemic hit?
Now, firstly, it's about the safety measure. Now, from embarkation, disembarkation will be the kind of like pre-checked in, and then we'll make sure social distancing will also be implemented. And beside that, the sanitization on board the ship, the frequency will also be increased. And importantly, for all our cruise ships under Genting Cruise Line, our aircon ventilation system are 100% fresh air. So this means the air into the cabin as well as a public area, they are not recirculated. So our cruise ships are equipped with this facility.
All right. So you mentioned social distancing. Does that mean you will reduce the number of people who can board a ship?
Yes, for a start, we will control the number of people, most probably up to like 70%. As you know, cruise ships like Genting Dream, their home port in Singapore, is huge ships and is a big public area. So with the kind of control up to about 70% occupancy, social distancing can be implemented very easily on board the cruise ship.
Okay, do you find now that people with these measures in place, and of course people itching to travel, do you find that people are more confident in traveling on cruise ships now?
It's good to know that that the consumer, after many months of lockdown, are kind of very eager to travel again. Now, we have actually done a survey recently, and the result show that 90% of our cruiser can't wait for the cruises to resume again. But of course, importantly, we have to assure and give the confidence to our cruiser. So this is why Dream Cruises has been putting a lot of effort in providing safety measure and all the implementation on board the cruise ship. So this is to kind of like give the consumer confidence.
Well, for now, you don't have any ships that are sailing, but by the end of the month, you will. I believe this will be the first commercial cruise line to venture out on a voyage since the pandemic began. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, we are happy to kind of like share with the viewer that Explorer Dream will be the first cruise line in the world to restart our cruises out from Taiwan. Now, as you all know, Taiwan for the past 90 days, there's no local cases at all. And this cruise was only cater to the domestic and then going island hopping within Taiwan. So means that we will go to Machu, we go to Penghu, And this will provide like a 2-night up to 5 nights itinerary with very stringent measure being in place on board the cruise ship. So this will be really a good start for the travel industry. And we are very kind of like happy that we will work closely with the authority to make sure that our safety standard meet the requirements.
I'm sure a lot of people in the industry will be watching how that goes. The cruise industry was something that was really growing quite impressively over the past few years before the pandemic. Given the current situation, how do you now see the cruise line industry developing moving forward?
Cruising has been a very popular kind of travel by the consumer. Post-COVID, we are confident that the cruising industry will continue to grow because the cruising is kind of like a cruise ship is like an integrated resort that we could take you whether a cruise on the high sea or cruise in various destinations, that you don't have to go to the airport terminal too many times or check in, check out the hotel too many times. And while you are resting, it takes you to the next destination. So it does has the value proposition for the consumer. Moving forward, we are confident, but importantly, we have to make sure that stringent measures are in place. We have to educate the consumer. We have to educate the travel trade. What are the safety measures that has been implemented? So this is to gain the consumer confidence. So we are very confident about that.
All right. So, well, best of luck to you and all your cruises. Michael Goh, president of Dream Cruises. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Sure. Thank you, Rhea.